What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a new POV video. Today you join me inside the Porsche Cayenne Platinum Edition. So this is based on the Cayenne V6 and there's a lot we need to talk about. So first of all, we are currently by Kloof Pass, and it's always been my dream to drive like a Porsche on this road, and it's finally happening. Big thanks to you guys for your support throughout the years. You've definitely helped make this possible. So first I'm going to tell you about my expectations before I jumped into this car, and then I want to tell you what it's like otherwise compared to what I expected. So before I jumped in this car, I thought, okay, number one, it's definitely a nice car. I thought the interior will feel absolutely nice, premium, and all those things. It's a Porsche after all. But in terms of the engine and the performance, I thought it'll feel like any other SUV with this size, weight, and this type of engine. So I thought perhaps it wouldn't feel too dissimilar from cars like the Touareg, the BMW X5, 30D, maybe M50D, or even the petrol variants. But I have to say, boy was I wrong, because what blew me away with this car is the calibration. The calibration of the engine, the calibration of the gearbox, the steering wheel feel, and the overall capability of the car. I mean, I'm sure the car weighs like what, 2,000 kilograms, maybe even over 2,000 kilograms. But the way it moves around its weight, the way it moves around this body is just unbelievable, and it really does stay true to the nature of Porsche. As you may all be aware, Porsche is part of VW Audi group. So the other thing I expected is perhaps it'll feel very similar to the other cars from VW and Audi, your Q5s, your Q7s, and your Q8s. I've never really driven all these cars, but I've been in the likes of the Touareg and so forth. So I thought maybe it'll feel like those cars, just disguised in the Porsche badging and whatnot. But I was definitely wrong. Number one, this engine is a V6. It's making 250 kilowatts and 450 Newton meters of torque, right? So the torque isn't really a lot for a car of this size, but there's just something about the way this car builds momentum, and it just keeps on going. So normally with these kind of cars, they feel punchy from down low. Like you'll feel a lot of shove, and then it sort of dies out as you reach, say, 100 kilometers an hour. So this just keeps on building and building and building. So it has an 8-speed automatic gearbox. So it's not the infamous Porsche PDK twin clutch gearbox, but the way they've calibrated this gearbox, oh man, it is so engaging. It is so fun to drive, especially when you put it in Sport Plus. The gear changes are so aggressive. Look at that. Oh, like, where are we meant to drive these cars? Because if this is just a Cayenne V6, so imagine, say, a 911 GTS, a 911 Turbo S. Where are you meant to experience the full capability of that car? Like, I'll try this again. You see, we're doing like about 80 kilometers an hour. Look how quickly this car gets to 120. Look, 100. That's 120, over 120. So you see, it's just ridiculous, because even if we can call it a normal car like this, if you can easily break the speed limit like this, it's so insane. So the steering wheel is very nice and weighty, very akin to a hot hatch like an i30N or something like that, because when you jump in a car like this, you expect it to be soft, very easy, still easy to drive in every shape and form, but you get a lot of feedback from the steering wheel. It's not just too light, it's so calibrated to feel sporty. So we are now reaching the twists and turns of the infamous Kloof Pass, And this is another area where this car blew me off, because you can still drive it like a Porsche. It still is capable like a Porsche. And I'm not just saying this because I'm in a Porsche driving it right now. I'm excited and whatnot. This is genuinely my opinion and what I've experienced about this car. I'm giving to you like the way I really feel about this car. So yeah, man, there's just a lot about this Porsche brand in general that I've come to understand because of experiencing this car. Like, things are done differently here. Like, you can feel the amount of time and effort that's been spent into making this car, calibrating it to stay true to the nature of the Porsche brand and what they've built for themselves in motorsport, the name they've created for themselves. All that DNA really does trickle down to the entire model range. It's not just the sports cars, the 911s and the Caymans. It also trickles down to even the normal SUVs. This Cayenne, I'm pretty sure even the Macan feels just as good. So that's what really blew me away about this car. So it's about to be 2 lanes now. Ooh, and he takes the left lane. I thought it would be kind and let me through, but I guess I'll have to take the left lane. Keep left, pass right, but I had to pass left. It happens sometimes. So the Platinum Edition is equipped with Porsche Sports exhaust system, and it's not too loud, but you can always hear it when you're driving. Particularly like now, you can always hear that rumble at the back. And to be honest, I never find myself in Sport or Sport Plus mode. I'm always in the normal mode, because even in normal mode, it's still just as responsive. Like even now, I'm driving in normal mode. Oh man, this road is just so phenomenal. If I can enjoy a car like the Cayenne here, I can't imagine what the 911 is like. So please stay subscribed to the channel, guys. Who knows, maybe one day it'll happen. We'll be back here in the 911. Whichever variant won't matter, whether it's the base Carrera, whether it's a GTS, whether it's a GT3, I don't think it will matter. So uphill now, foot flat. Look, it's just so responsive. It is so explosive. Like, I can't believe this car only has 450 Newton meters of torque. There is absolutely no way. The other thing about it is the driving position. Oh man, you can tell that the guys over at Porsche took some time to sit down and figure out what works, what doesn't work, until they all came to an agreement that, okay, this is the absolute perfect position. Probably inspired by motorsport as well, because the view that you get out of here, the position of the steering wheel, the seating position, it's just, man. This is what I was saying about the true motorsport DNA. You can feel that this car has it in every shape and form. And for me, I feel like the special place to be in the Cayenne is right here in the driver's seat. You can tell that it is a driver's car. It's not too flashy on the outside in terms of design. It's not too extravagant. It blends in with every other car. You can park it next to a Corolla, next to a Polo or whatnot. It looks like a Porsche because the badge says so, but it blends in so nicely. It's very discreet, yet also very, very capable, you know. And the interior, more especially, being behind the wheel of this car, the experience is just out of this world. And in my full review of this car, I actually did mention that the Porsche Cayenne is really the most engaging, the most fun to drive in its class, and I really believe so after experiencing it. Cars like the Mercedes GLE are really great. The BMW X5 too is a great machine, but the Cayenne is just a step above, that tiny bit more special. I think it's the special factor that makes the Cayenne stand out. One, from the Badger, two, I say badger, so used to saying Porsche. One, from the badge, so as to say. Two, just from how the car is built and calibrated. It's not just a badge or a brand. It really does deliver on what the badge promises. So I'll make a U-turn and go back down the pass. We'll just check to make sure that our angle and everything else is still right. Okay, it looks good. So let's head down the pass. Oh, we're already over 10 minutes in the video. So perhaps maybe I'll make it 20 minutes. So I'm not really sure how much the tire roll is coming across on video, but this part of the surface is pretty smooth, so I'm sure it's not bad. There is a significant amount of tire roll. The car is riding on massive tires, 285 at the front and 315 millimeters at the back. That is the width of the tires. Absolutely massive. But having big tires on a car helps improve the grip and the stability of the overall feel and the handling of the car. So most Porsches in general ride on big tires compared to their counterparts or their rivals, so as to say. Going downhill here is tricky because the brakes are always under extensive use, so I always try not to speed too much so we don't overwhelm the brakes, so I just let it coast rather. Speaking of coast, let's get into the fuel consumption. Currently I'm averaging about 13 liters because I've been going hard, and I'll be honest, most of the time I've been pedal happy with this car because it just inspires you to go all the time. But the fuel consumption isn't all too bad. Like if you drive it normally, it does return some really good figures. I haven't seen a figure lower than 12, but I'm pretty sure you can get into the 10s and stuff 100% easily, because it also has some kind of coast mode. So if you just coasting, for lack of a better term, it has this mode where I don't know if it deactivates the cylinders, but it drops the revs below 1000 RPM, so to help you save more fuel essentially. I'll let you know when it does it. I don't think it'll do it now because we're actually going downhill and stuff. But yeah, what I'm trying to say is fuel consumption isn't too bad. But do you care in a car like this? No. I'd rather just keep on pouring fuel and have some fun in it, because it is absolutely fun to drive. Oh man, just look at how this road keeps on turning and twisting. It's such a special place to drive, especially if you come here when there's no traffic. Like now in particular, there's no traffic going downhill. Oh man. So when you're driving this car, you're always aware of its size, you're always aware of its mass, but I was impressed by how it's able to move around its mass. Still very fun, still very capable. Oh man. So like I mentioned in the introduction, the Platinum Edition is based on the Cayenne V6, but it comes quite well equipped. It has grey colored seat belts. It comes with the Sports Chrono pack, which gets you that stopwatch up there on top of the dashboard. It gets you this drive mode selector on the steering wheel. It also comes with launch control, and yeah, Porsche crest on the seat headrests, both front seats and rear seats. And yeah, it basically just comes well equipped. Oh man, I don't like the fact that we're just coasting when we can't get to hear the engine now. I'm trying to avoid accelerating because that means I'll have to brake hard. But you see, like now, it's not afraid of getting some momentum going, this car. But the brakes are absolutely good, hey? The stopping power is really, really good. Let's go. Oh. Ah, man. Look at that. What a machine. What a machine. Man, at first glance you might think this is just a nice SUV and it ends there, but let me tell you, look at that. Man, the sad thing is it's so easy to break the speed limit, guys. I wish I could just keep on going and going and going and show you the full true potential of this car, but I can't, unfortunately. I'll get arrested. But yeah, guys, that's the Porsche Cayenne. It really took me by surprise, more especially how the engine is calibrated, the feel, the sportiness of the car. It really is amazing, and it lives up to that Porsche brand and all the heritage they've built throughout the history. I'm just trying my best to show you the capability of the car. Unfortunately, I can't show you the full potential of it on a public road, but yeah, that's the Porsche Cayenne Platinum Edition POV, guys. I really do hope you guys enjoyed it, and do check out my full review as well. I'm pretty sure I'll post the full review first before the POV, so you've probably seen it by now, but if you haven't yet for some reason, head over to the channel, you'll find it there. And yeah, until next time, that's cheers from me.